want to turn to Ranking Member Graham for opening remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to applaud my colleagues from Louisiana finding a way to move forward. Elections do have consequences, and I think people on our side of the aisle have been trying to work with the White House, particularly at the district court level, to get people that we can find consensus on, and that's sort of the way the system works, and we'll continue along those roads, down those roads. A couple of matters, and I won't take long. I wrote a letter to Mr. Weiss about the U.S. Attorney handling the Biden investigation in Delaware, about some of the accusations made by whistleblowers about Mr. Weiss being denied the ability to become a special counsel. In my letter, I think he said no. I need a better answer, a more clear one, that he did not seek special counsel status, was not denied. In the letter, he seems to indicate that he was not rebuffed by D.C. or California U.S. attorneys to bring more serious charges. But again, I think we need more clarity there. But this is one area that was a complete blow-off. The 1023 allegations that we've talked about pretty extensively that Senator Grassley, to his credit, discovered came from whistleblowers telling Senator Grassley that there was an investigative form called a 1023 that had allegations coming from a paid informant the FBI considered to be reliable, along the lines that a Burisma senior official, gas company in Ukraine, apparently said that he had tape recordings of conversations between him, Hunter Biden, and at the time, former Vice President Biden, which would run completely contrary to what President Biden said. I don't know if those allegations are true, but here's what I do know, that the U.S. attorney involved in the clearinghouse endeavors, the Attorney General Barr said he had a system that when allegations were made, he sent them to a U.S. attorney, I think in Pennsylvania, Mr. Brady, to look and see if they were worthy of consideration by Mr. Weiss. One thing I do know is that those allegations contained in the 1023 went through that system and the information was forwarded to Mr. Weiss. A briefing was provided by FBI agents and others regarding the extent of the allegations contained in the 1023, and that's where the trail ends. In the letter back to me, Mr. Weiss said he could not comment on the handling of the 1023 allegations because of an ongoing criminal investigation. That means one of three things: that they're still looking at those allegations and may bring about additional charges beyond what we read about in the paper. They have looked at the allegations and disposed of them, or they never looked at all. What I want to know is the answer to the question, what did you do with the allegations? I think the ongoing criminal investigation is about to be ended with a plea deal, it appears, and I can promise you, Mr. Chairman, the trust level on this side is incredibly low, and we have accusations of thumbs on the scale during the course of this investigation of Mr. Biden. And one of the allegations, the 1023, if accurate, shows interaction contrary to every public statement being made. And again, it may be just rumor and innuendo, but we need to find out what happened on Mr. Weiss's watch regarding the allegations contained in the 1023 discovered by Senator Grassley that came from a whistleblower. And I needed a more direct answer from him on, were you ever denied special counsel status? Was there anybody there in DOJ dissuading you from seeking more serious charges in other venues? So I just want to let you know, Mr. Chairman, the letter did not answer my questions. It created more questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Graham. Of course, the president made the decision that the attorney who would investigate his own son would be the Trump appointee in the state of Delaware, and that the administration would take a hands-off attitude toward that investigation. Nothing has been disclosed to my knowledge that contradicts that goal, nor the result that followed. It's up to individual senators to ask questions if they wish. We are going to focus on that issue if it comes before us.
Yeah.
But we have other business today, which is of great importance to.
And I don't want to delay the committee any longer, but your statement about there's nothing to suggest that this was done anything above being above board. There's plenty of suggestions. I think there's 6 whistleblowers, I can't remember 2 I know of, that suggest that this thing was not handled in the normal course of business. And in that regard, we will keep asking questions. Thank you.
It is true that it wasn't handled in an ordinary course because the President of the United States allowed the U.S. Attorney in Delaware, a Trump appointee, to continue the investigation of my son. And much of the evidence that we're discussing has at one point been in the hands of then Attorney General Bill Barr working for President Trump, or even the President's personal counsel, Rudolph Giuliani. So there's a lot more to the story than
okay, so what happened to the 1023? Do you know? Was it looked at? Was it investigated? What did they find? Who did they talk to? If you know about that, please share it with me.